What's good, y'all? I'm Rock, and this is Tunnel Fits Podcast. So this season is called The Blueprint, but lately we've had a lot of stylists. So this is the Stylist Lounge. It'll be a playlist with all the stylists we had on this season where you can go through and just kind of get into their brain, see how they enter the field. That's one question I see online all the time. How do I get started? How can I do this? Well, today we have Sydnee Paige. We'll talk to her about it. We'll talk to her about how she styled AZ, how AZ came up with the two looks, and some other people she styled like Skylar Diggin and Chelsea Gray. The podcast is now part of the Fanatics Creator Program. That means we earn from purchases through our link. I curated a dope storefront for you to shop through for new WNBA merch, NBA merch, NFL merch, doesn't matter. Head over to the link in our description to shop. Let's start there because like you and AZ are the hottest things right now.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
talk to us about draft night. When did you know you were styling her and kind of how that whole day went?
Yeah, I mean, we had been working together since July, so I like had a feeling that we would, do
Mhm.
that. It was always like in the back of my mind, but I mean, obviously like the way that their season goes, like she wasn't really thinking about it, until her season was actually over. So like I was kind of in the background thinking about it all, and like we obviously had to start the process with coach like a bit before. I
Mhm.
forget exactly when we started, but it was like it really like the custom process for a dress is so last minute, you know what I mean? It's like a
Okay.
really
Okay.
long, it's a long, but like those last like 48 hours are what is when like the most things happen. So like that those like 48 hours were really insane with like because when you do custom it's like you kind of start off with one silhouette, and then as they like I think she did her first fitting maybe I don't know, like 2 days before the draft, like her first
Okay.
actual like fitting with the, that wasn't like some part of the silhouette. So we did that like 2 days before, and it's like you're live editing like in real time. Like, like there's designers and like the atelier is like, making changes like as it's on her body. So
On, yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
yeah, so it's such a long, like, I don't know, it's a very tedious process. And it's like I was just so proud of her for like, really trusting the process. It really is a trust the process type of situation when you choose to do customs.
And you guys chose to do two looks,
I
so
know.
it's definitely like accelerated.
Yeah. Yeah. And even that second look, it's like we had tried on dresses for that second look like maybe a week or so before. And I was like bringing new things in. But like, and she talked about it on her podcast as well. It was like there was a few dresses that she was like, I really like it, but I don't love it yet. And so like as a stylist, I'm like, okay, then we haven't hit it yet, right? Like you want your client to really love
Love
the
the
dress that
look.
they're putting on, especially for that big of a night. It's like everything she wanted to put on, it's like I needed her to love it. Like I wanted her to like look back on it and really feel good about it. And so like it was like me and my assistant and her team like just like looking, for more and more dresses, like, and we literally tried that dress on the night before, and it was my favorite one going into that night. And I was just like, I really
Okay.
hope this
Okay.
fits. I'm like, I'm praying this fits. I'm praying she loves it because like I really loved it. And so I was just like, I know this would look really great on her, and she loved it as well. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be a really dope moment when she changes
So
into this.
so look two was your favorite look?
It was my favorite look. Like out of that last like bunch that we got, I was like, okay, this feels right. There were some before that I liked as well, and that I think would have looked amazing on the stage as well. But like that one, I definitely agree with her. Like that one just felt like when she put it on, it's like, okay, that's definitely the one.
Yeah, I like look two. I was like, oh, I like that. The gold, the brown. I was like,
Yeah.
this is nice. It made her, it took her from college player to adult to me.
Yeah, and that's
It,
how I
it
wanted
really
her to
had to
feel.
come
Like,
down.
I wanted her to feel like she was really stepping into this new like era and this new version of herself, you know what I mean? So, and I feel like even with this whole process of doing custom and doing like all these major looks, it was like I feel like she's, just getting more comfortable and like saying how she feels about certain things and just finding out what she likes, and that's like such a dope part of it for me, like being able to like try different things with her and see like what really is starting to feel like her vibe.
Was there a moment where you were like, yeah, this is it. We've got it. and you kind of felt more calm and like relaxed and for the draft night?
I To know me is to know I'm never really calm about it. I present very calm and like cool and collected, but my mind is always trying to troubleshoot everything. Like I'm always trying to stay two steps ahead and being like prepared for anything to happen. You just really never know with clothes. Like you just never know. So I'm really never calm until like they have done what they need to do and the dress is off. Like then I'm calm about
Very
it. But
calm.
like yeah, but I felt really great going into it about the looks. So like I felt happy with how like the custom look came out with Coach. I was super happy with the stage look, and then the after party as well. Like I felt really good about them, but like as far as being calm, I don't think I was like I wasn't calm until like the next day.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I felt super good about it going into it.
So let's talk about Sydney and her origins. And let me say that there's something about that name, Sydney. Y'all are creative. Colson, Bordenaro, because I'm in Pittsburgh right now, and she is too. I'll be seeing her
Yes.
this weekend. But you guys, I don't know what it is. That Sydney name, you
Something
guys are
about it.
amazing.
Something about it.
So I was looking at your Instagram, and it's low key like a master class if you pay attention. Like you were a quick shout out to our friends at Fan Wagon. If you're sitting on some merch looking for the perfect jersey or just maybe some vintage pieces to add to your collection, you need to check them out. Fan Wagon is a marketplace for fans to buy and sell authentic merch. So if you're sitting on some pieces you want to get rid of, or if you're looking to collect something, check them out. Head over to fanwagon.com and join the movement. Visual merchandiser, and now
Mhm.
you are a celebrity stylist. Like, walk us through that process and how we got to where we are today.
It was a long process, but like
Mhm.
I'm so grateful for every like moment of it. I don't know how far you want to go back, but I mean, I went to college for fashion. I did sports all throughout high school, and then going into college, I was just like I didn't feel I didn't feel good enough, but I didn't feel like confident enough to like or committed, I'll say, to like continue doing it. And that's really when like my was like fashion was just like my passion for that just felt stronger than like I was running track and I just like I don't know. I was just like you have to be super committed in college and that's just not how I felt, but I still like love sports so much and not doing it like felt like there was some part missing, but I was just like I knew I needed to focus on the fashion part of it all. So I went to school for fashion, and then my senior year, I had to do an internship. And so I did that in New York. I went to school at the University of Alabama. So I came to New York, did an internship for a semester, and then went back to finish my last semester. And right before I graduated, I ended up getting a call to get a job with the people I interned for. So that's how I ended up moving to New York and just kind of starting that like fashion journey. But then I was like working in corporate for, like a year and a half, 2 years, and I was just like, something about this is not what I want to do, but like I knew I still wanted to do fashion and I just like was just trying to, absorb everything I could where I was and just try to really figure out like and pray on like what part of the industry like felt more comfortable to me.
Mhm.
So while I was there, I was able to work on like some photo shoots that no one else really wanted to be a part of. So I was like, okay, sure, like I'll do it. And then I was like looking at the stylist there and I was like, oh, like maybe, like maybe that's more like this seems like more my speed, more my vibe. Like I loved being on the photo shoots. So after that, I just kind of like did a deep dive into like stylists like Rachel Zoe and June Ambrose and like all the things and just was like in law and just was like, how did they get started? Like how do you like this was not like all the information wasn't so like readily available as it is right
Right.
now. So I was
Right.
just like trying to deep dive and see like how they did it. And everyone basically was like, yeah, I kind of just like jumped into it and like started. So I was just like, dang, like I think I'm really gonna have to like I knew I
Jump
couldn't
in.
assist with a yeah, I was like, I knew I can't assist like with a full-time job. So I literally just prayed and prayed and prayed on it. And I quit my job and like started assisting a celebrity stylist. Yeah, then from there I just was like assisting her and I just started like kind of getting my name out there, assisting for as many people as I could and like also working on my own like book and trying to build up, like test shoots and things
Mhm.
like that. Yeah, until I was able to just do it on my own. And that was a very, very, very long journey.
Are there like what's the biggest difference between maybe an assistant stylist and like the lead stylist?
I mean, it's a lot. Like you're always like as an assistant, it's like you learn from being around, like you learn from being a shadow, and then you kind of just keep going up. Like, so at first when you're
Mhm.
assisting, it's like you don't do as much like hands on, but then like the bigger that you get and grow in the industry, like the more that these bigger stylists can trust you to do a lot more hands on things. So it's like towards the end of assisting, it's like, yeah, like you get like once you start working with these major stylists, it's like there's a lot of times where you're the only one on set, and you just have to like, because they need to be able to trust you, you know what I mean? Like if you're working with someone like J Lo or Carrie Washington or something, it's like you need to be able to, like, if they're gone, you need to be able to jump in and do the job, you know what I mean? So it's like once you get to that level, it's like you can do it, but at the same time it's like it's still their project. You know what I mean? It's still their client. So it's like it's just a different feeling for it to be your own client, and like everything is like this is yours. Everything is falling on you to do. You know what I mean? It's just a bigger, much bigger responsibility.
So you have, or I have worked with three, I think, big personalities in the oven. You got Chelsea Gray,
Mhm.
Skylar, and AZ, right? How do you go into these sessions with these very different people, but still kind of bring what you bring and allow them to be themselves?
Yeah. It's, I mean, they all are completely different, right? Like everyone has
Mhm.
their own style, they have their own quirks, they're all in different parts of their career. So it's just like I don't know. I think that I'm really good at reading people, and like, and I think that that's just, you have to be a good people person to be a stylist, like you have to be able to connect with who you're working with and just be able to understand them. And I think like I really try before I work with someone to like understand like what they've done and why they're coming to me now, you know what I mean? And like just try to see
Mhm.
like what did you do before, what wasn't working, and like how do we mold that into like what can I bring, you know what I mean, to change it up but to also like be super true to you. So I don't know, it's just a lot of like being able to read people and like take yourself, like your personal style, out of it a little bit, and be able, but also be able to like put in that, like for me, it's like I always want to make sure my clients look elevated and look like put together and just like super clean. So those are like the things, my constants that I always want them to have. And like, but I always just really want them to be like true to themselves, which I feel I feel like all my clients feel like it seems like their clothes. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like they're like they are wearing the clothes are not wearing them.
It's not your style, but it's what they want with your vision, right?
Yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of.
that's a great way to put it. Yeah.
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 So we had a fan question, and they want to know: do you prefer a client that's super involved, or want more that's one that's kind of hands off and is like, hey, whatever you say, I'm gonna do.
Mm, I think I think it really depends on the person. Like I think that some people just are involved because they know what they want and then what they like. I think everyone is involved, like cuz you have to be involved. It's you. Like, you know what I mean? But I think that it just depends on the person and their personality. Like that's another thing, is just like being adaptable. Like going into these sessions, it's like I know my people. I know how they work. I know what they're like. Sometimes like I always have like a hear me out type thing. Like it's always one that I'm like, okay, if someone's like doesn't like a lot of color and I bring a, like it's going to be something that's in there that's color. There's, so I
Right.
think it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I think it's just kind of reading the person. I need them to be involved to be good at what we're doing. So I'm always telling people like, be very blunt with me. Like if you don't like it, you need to tell me now, because
Say that. Yeah.
I don't want to keep bringing you a, red dress and then you tell me a month later that you actually hate the color red. It's like, I'd rather just know that now. And so like, I just will never bring it again. Or like, if I do bring it, I'm like, there's a reason why I'm bringing it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I do need them to be involved, but I think with that also just comes like, I need them to also really trust me and trust my vision as well. Like, and just trust that I'm like involving what they're saying into what we're doing.
So like a health, you don't necessarily need one or the other, but a healthy balance is probably where you lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so my tough question: your top five best dressed WNBA players of all time.
Ugh. Well, number one all time, I have to put Skylar at number one. I think that she's the best dressed WNBA player ever, and like I think in every single era, like she gets it in every era. Like she's just it's just who she is, and so I just there's just not a world where I don't put her at number one. So that's definitely my number one. All time is so hard.
It is hard.
Um, it's very tough. I want to know yours too after this.
Okay,
Um,
I got you.
so I'll do Skylar. I think I'll put Sue Bird as well. I think I really like how she dresses. I think it's like pretty consistent, and so I think that's one thing that I love is like people who are consistent with how they show up. Again, like every era, like and even things that like aren't tunnels, like you know what I mean. I think that she always shows up really well. Ty Young again, I think she's the same. She's just like super consistent, even if you just like I don't know her personally, but like I've seen her just out and things like that, and it's just like always super
Always, yep.
just she's just always fly. And I feel like all those people just kind of feels like who they are. Um, all time. Okay. I'm gonna like I just want to put my like I'm gonna put Chelsea here because I feel like also I'm super excited to do this next like full season with her, and I really feel like I'm excited to see how I feel like she should be in more conversations, and so like I'm excited for this new season, and I feel like it'll just change conversations about how I feel like she'll be entered into some more like fashion
More
conversations.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm excited for that. Um,
One more.
one more. Um, I'll go Sid Colson also because I feel like that's another one that's just like consistent all the time. I feel like she just really kills it, and again, it just feels like super true to her, and it's so versatile. So that's where I'm gonna do my five.
That's a good list. We could see Chelsea getting more comfortable and trying more stuff. So I like to see what she brings.
Yeah.
Oh, my list. Top of the list is probably Diamond DeShields. Love Diamond, always have. Uh, Shatori Walker Kimbrough. To me she's a sleeper.
Okay.
If you're not paying attention, you just don't know. Sue Bird, Skylar, and then old school. I'm going Cappy Pondexter.
Okay. Okay. I need to look up some more. I need to look up some more for that.
It's hard to see because
Yeah.
back then it wasn't the tunnel was not anything like it is now.
Right. Yeah.
And my entry point to some of these people was really their shoes because I love shoes just as much. So I was like, well, what
Yeah.
shoes are they wearing? You dig a little deeper, you see a little bit here, a little bit there, and you kind of like, okay, they're well styled too. So
Yeah.
those are some of my tops. And I like Tina Charles too. She
She
could be
just is
honorable.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, very well tailored,
Yep.
nice. Courtney Mays is amazing.
Yeah. No, she always looks great for sure. For sure.
So those are mine. All right, let's see. So we're going to talk about everyday style a little bit. What are one or two things that people can do to elevate their style?
One or two things people can do. I mean, I think that one is just like understanding, understanding what you like, you know what I mean? And I think it's always good to like reference certain people to like see what will work for you and not just like copy them, but like see someone who is just like, even if it's just like an aura about them or something, like just kind of find someone there. I think that's a good starting point, find someone that you like how they show up. And like whether that's because I believe confidence goes a very long way and just being like true to yourself goes a very long way. So I think that's always a great starting point. And then two, what was the exact question that you asked me?
Just one or two ways people can simply elevate their looks. That
Yeah.
anybody watching, they can just take some takeaways.
Yeah, I think it's just always about like confidence and just like being like finding what works for you, and just like it doesn't matter if someone else is not, if someone else doesn't like it, or if you feel like it's too much or too little. Like sometimes I know I used to get like hard on myself for feeling like how I just was too minimal, like when I was
Hmm.
younger. And so it's like there's always a space for you and for like what your style actually is. So that's why I always say like find someone that you enjoy looking at their clothes and their style and how they show up, and just like slowly just try to like like integrate some of those things into how you show up and into your wardrobe as well.
I agree. Finding out why you like those things and kind of
Yeah.
bring it into your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Are there any style mistakes that you're seeing that you're like, we should probably shouldn't do that?
Style mistakes. I would I think it's like the opposite of it. It's like trying too much, like and I think there is a space for like people who are maximalists, right? But it's like it still has to feel true to you. Like I don't like when people just jump on a trend because it's trendy. It's like does it make sense for you? Like, and if it doesn't, like does it make sense to you? Like if it doesn't, then it's okay to just, it's okay to leave that one alone, and that's okay. So I think it's just again just being true to you. Like don't just try to jump on something just because just because it may be trending. Like if it doesn't feel right to you, then it's okay to just leave it alone, wait for the next trend. It's always going to be a new one.
Or
It's
is there
okay.
one right now that you just absolutely do not like? Every time you see it, you're just like,
I don't know if there's one right now. The first thing right now that just like came to my mind is like the big like red boots. Like that
yeah.
time when that happened, like yeah, it's like some things it's like it works for who it works for, and then like but everyone doesn't have to do it. It's okay. It's
It
okay.
was
We can let
cool
it.
as an
Yeah.
editorial piece, but that wasn't for everybody.
Yeah. Like it's for a very select few
Mhm.
people that it makes sense for, and then that's okay.
For me, it's the socks and heels, even the socks and
Oh.
loafers. I don't get it. I don't get it for me, right? What's her name? Cody looked amazing, but then I was just like, I don't get it, but okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like. And that's a thing that it's like I don't do it for myself. I for some reason like can't. It just doesn't look right on me. Socks and loafers doesn't look right on me. Socks and heels doesn't look right on me. But like I'll style it out like that because I
Mhm.
I do like how it looks sometimes. But I agree. Like that's one where it's just like if you don't have to do it, like just don't
Don't.
don't do it. Yeah, like it doesn't look right on me for some reason, and I've accepted that, and that's okay.
Do you have a favorite look that you've styled like all time? One that you still think about, like, man, I like that.
You know, I'm gonna go with Skylar's All Star looks. I really, really love those looks. Like, I love the carpet look, the big jacket, like the embellished jacket. Really loved like the actual game day look, the like light blue with the pearls like dripping off of it. Like I feel like it photographs so well, both of those things. Like those are ones that like I still look back at those pictures and I'm like, dang, like that was fire. Like those
You did
looked
your big
really
one.
good. Yeah, like I really really love those looks.
And that's last year's. Just so I'll put pictures on
Mhm.
her. Now. But okay,
Yeah, it was like the big black like embellished jacket that she wore for like the first night, and then on game day she had like this like
and another one.
light blue. Yeah, yeah. I love those looks.
I don't recall them because we were outside booked and busy last year, and I had to see stuff afterwards. But I'll
All
add them
Stars
in.
always just a big like blur. Every
Yeah,
year it's a
yeah.
lot going on. It's a lot going on. And it'll be here again before we know it. So yeah.
And in Chicago, so you know it's gonna
Yeah,
be crazy.
I'm
I,
excited.
I'm ready. Me too. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Like I've already got a couple things lined up, but I'm like, oh, we're gonna have us a ball.
It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
time.
Do you think anybody in the leagues like when it comes to style, they're big risk takers, and you're like, and you like that for them? They could be your clients or just anybody in general.
I think there's a lot of risk takers. I would dare to say most of them are risk takers, to be honest. Like I feel like it's been really dope to like see, and like even if something is not my particular style, like I think it's just dope to see the versatility in the W right now. Like I think everyone, like, there's a lot of fashion girlies, you know, like, I don't the few that are coming to my head is like Ray, Arike, like it's a lot of people. I like Tasha Cloud's style. Like it's a lot of people that I think do take a lot of risk, and I again I think majority of them do. So and I'm excited to see this new group because the draft looked really good, to be honest. Like I think it was
It was
definitely,
really nice. Yeah.
yeah, like everyone looked super cohesive, and like it was versatile, but it still all made sense together. And so yeah, I'm like really excited to see how the new class as well like shows up to these tunnels, because I feel like again you saw a lot of risk there, and it's like that's early to be taking risks, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I think that I would say majority of the league is are real big risk
Risk,
takers.
risk takers. Are there
Hmm.
themes like behind the scenes? Do they have like, hey, this is the theme of this draft, or do you just do your thing?
No, you kind of just do your thing. I mean, if there
Do your
was,
thing.
I didn't
Okay.
know about it, but like, yeah, like I think that a lot of people like really invested in like stylists, and again, it's like having a stylist does not mean that you can't dress or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, it's just like it just helps you bring that vision together. So I just think that I don't know, everyone just looked again like super cohesive, and just like it was cool to see also like everyone's personal style, right? Because it's like not a lot of them, I would say, aside from like Flage and AZ, like you haven't really seen a lot of their style
Yeah.
outside
Yeah.
of basketball. So it was really cool to see everyone's like personal style that night.
I think that's why I like tunnel fits overall. You get to experience the personalities of people,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah.
takes them from just people on the court for 90 minutes or however long to how they show up that day and the things that they do. And it's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, okay. You get more of that personality. So yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. You've worked with like J Lo and Kerry Washington and you work with athletes. Is there a big difference between the two groups or they're all kind of the same, just different industries?
Um, I'll say it is different. It's definitely different. I think honestly, a lot of athletes don't, to me, don't feel like they are like, I don't think that they see themselves sometimes as like big celebrities. So, and also, you know what I mean? So, I'll say that. And also, I just think that they have such less time to actually get dressed up for things, that I think their approach is just a little different. Like, the like actors and musicians, it's just like they do this every single day, like multiple, multiple looks a day. So I think that, athletes don't have as much time. So I think it's just a little more like when they do get dressed, it's like it's a little more like personal to them. And um yeah, so I would say those are like the biggest differences in there. But yeah, they are definitely different. A different vibe.
So that again, that's all our questions. What can we look forward to you going into the season?
Um Yeah, I think just more versatility. I mean, I'm excited to, work with AZ and just have like some more, just some more looks, and being able to just kind of continue evolving with her and her style. Um Same with Sky and Chelsea. I just want to like just keep, elevating things, but keep making it really true to them. And this will be, first like full seasons that I'm doing with everyone. So I'm super excited for it. I'm very excited. And I'm also just excited to see everyone else's looks, honestly.